Hello, everybody. I'm just a guy standing in front of my screen asking you guys to give me just one more chance. And apparently, there's some of you out there, you guys will watch anything. Because if you guys are watching me, I don't know. Welcome to show number two. Uh, I got, well, we have guests. We got a couple guests tonight. And we have some sponsors. We have some new sponsors. I actually didn't know that people were going to take me seriously and reach out and want to advertise. But hey, I'll take it. So let's just get this show started. Let's bring on my number two. He's my number one. Number one, Eric. Eric, how's it going?
Hey, John, how you doing? Appreciate being back.
Oh, so Eric, we're gonna get right into it. Something happened this weekend.
Something did happen this weekend. I got a chance to go to a '70s party at the Canton Town Club, which I can
Uh huh.
tell you was a ball. Everybody had a ball. Um, I believe, and I may be making a mistake that Tommy Theodore was the only one. I think he and his wife, or maybe others, were sponsoring it or put it together.
Uh huh.
And it was a great show, and I gotta think there was probably 125, 130 people there, and
Was
we
there a theme to it?
it was a '70s night theme where
Uh huh.
just about everybody came dressed in their '70s outfits. I'll tell you a quick little story about
What
my outfit.
what was your outfit?
So I wore a velour gym suit, one with the white stripes down the side.
Was it something you've had in your closet for a while, or did you?
It's something that I had to go online and research a little bit.
Okay.
But then I found it on Amazon and I ordered it, and it showed up on Friday. And I kind
Hmm.
of put all my eggs in one basket kind of thing, and
Yeah.
it showed up
It's yeah.
Friday. And as I'm trying it on, I realized the zipper is zipping the other way, and I'm like, did they
Uh-oh.
send me a woman's? And sure enough, they did. So it was a little snug, so I had to keep a vest on over it, but it was still fun.
Nobody wants to see any of the costumes in my closet. I'll tell you that.
I bet.
Hmm.
Yeah, but no, really,
While
it
you were
was.
there, so would you say there was 100 plus?
I would say definitely it was a great turnout.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of people. Some I've seen recently, but a lot of people that I hadn't seen in years, which was fantastic. Everybody had a great time. I saw
Yeah.
three of the selectmen were there. You had Jr. You had Mike Loughran, and you had John Conley. It was good to see everybody there, and everybody really did. They had a great time. It was well
Yeah.
put on, and hopefully they do it again.
Wow. Where was my invite? I didn't even get the plus one. That's okay. you know, you're not gonna
Next
fence me
next
in.
time, John, we'll make sure
Yeah.
you're on the list.
Yeah. I could have been outside there picketing. Speaking of pickets, why don't we bring our next guest on? Let's bring on Richie Chainlink Schiffer. What's
Hey,
going on there,
good
Richie
evening.
Chainlink? Were you not ready for us? What's going on there?
No, I
Are you
just was
eating?
taking a drink of water.
Oh, okay.
I
All
wasn't
right.
doing
I
anything.
told you 7 o'clock. I told you 7 o'clock.
Get your brain out of the pricks and cider.
Pricks and cider. I'll tell. Hey, did they have any pricks and cider at the town club?
No, but they did. There were a few people asking for some pricks and cider.
Oh, I bet.
There are.
I'm sure they
Yeah.
were.
I mean,
I'm sure they were.
after a hot day, everybody deserves one. So, and speaking of which, for some people, I just wanted to let you all know that if you're looking for some merch, because I am now Canton's newest and most favorite, what would you call that? What is that word that they like to call everybody? Grifter. I am Canton's newest and most favorite grifter. Okay, so if you want some merch, head
If
over
you're
to the
not,
shop. I'm
if
going to
you're
be updating
entertaining
it
people, you're
daily.
not a grifter.
No, I'm not a grifter. You know what? We live in a capitalistic society. All right,
Oh,
why not me? Right,
that's right. Why not all
right.
of them?
I'm putting America first,
Yeah.
right? Putting Canton first. Let's make Canton great again, right?
I want to
So
see that. I want to see it.
yeah. So if you
I can't wait till all this stuff is erased, and I hope it
yeah,
is. I know it's history; it'll never be erased. But I just feel like it's always going to be there. It's kind of sucks, and
you know what's always going to be there, Richie. You know what's always going to be there. These T-shirts, the Canton Chronicle T-shirts, that
yeah,
front. There's your front side, and there's your back side. Breaking news: I look amazing in the shirt. You can get them over there at the Canton Chronicle in the Canton Chronicle,
those
Shopify.
oh,
If it, I know.
I
Richie,
remember. Oh, I
we
know.
are equal opportunity. We have other items too. I mean, we don't just do T-shirts. We don't just do coffee mugs. We have women's panties. Pricks and Cider is the number one marketing company on our show. Pricks and Cider. There you go. Get your hands
Boy.
on something hard and wet.
Well, I think they invested
Yeah.
wisely. I really do. I
Oh,
think
I'm telling you.
they're not going to get. They're never going to get the coverage they need.
Well,
Nowhere else.
if you want coverage,
Nowhere else.
you want to get those. Don't go after the thongs. If you want coverage, you're gonna go after the big ones.
Speaking of
Okay.
coverage.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Anyways,
Oh boy.
back to you, Richie. What
What about me?
you had something recently that you
Yeah,
that you attended?
I got everybody's attention by throwing ducks around last year.
Yeah.
About a year ago, I thought about it, Eric. Imagine that. It was just a year ago.
How about that?
Yep. So I got through it. I didn't think I did anything wrong. I was right. I practiced my First Amendment right, and it was brought. They challenged me in court, and I won victoriously. Great lawyer, helped me out good. I appreciate Mr. Bradle muchly.
You know why you won, Richie? They never should have taken that to court.
No. Well, the best thing is I wish everybody would FOIA request the report, the judge's decisions on both of them.
Really?
The best part that got me with the whole thing.
Well, now you
Well,
got me
the judge's
intrigued.
decision-
Now I'm going to be writing an email tomorrow.
Yeah, no, really, but everybody should see it because what the judge wrote after he dropped all the bullshit felony charges, about the ducks in the row, and I'll just leave it there right now and let everybody find out.
Okay.
But what really got me, I got to tell you, what really finished it off for me is that when I went back for the littering charge, now somebody said to me, what do you call it, troll? I said, so only one person I know, one troll reached out to me, and who it was anyway. And they said, I hope it was worth it when I got the summons.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah.
I ignored it. I just totally ignored it because I ignore that behavior. I can't be bothered with it. I have too much BS in my past. I don't need it. And so when I went in for the littering, they pulled a sidebar immediately, and they decided they want to just come up with a court cost. Maybe it's the same thing as a fine. I don't know the definition of the court cost. I don't care.
Right.
So we come amount. I agreed to it. The head shake, whatever. And I said to the judge, I says, I just want to apologize. I forget verbatim, but I just want to let you know, I'm sorry for taking up your time today. This is just a complete waste of time. Mm-hmm. And he looked at me and he says, Mr. Schiffer, you didn't waste my time. Emphasis on you.
And you.
100%. You know what he did? It was like him reaching over and pat me on the back.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
In other words, to say, this never should have gotten to this
I
venue.
know that. You know what? That made it easy for me to fight it, I guess. Because I'm not this guy that, I'm not a real big fighter like that. I'm just a guy.
Well, no.
Like you're a guy. And you're a guy. We're just guys.
We're all just average Joes. And here's the thing. We all love the town. and
Oh,
we show it in different ways. I get it all the time. You hate this town. You hate this town. No, I don't.
no
If
way.
I hated the town, I
Listen.
wouldn't care, and I'd be off doing other things.
I hope you've got some viewers from Canton here, because I got to tell you, I have no apology. Number one, I have no apology. But and I hate putting butts after things. It kind of knocks out what you just said. But I love Canton, and I'm upset, and I'm peeled, and I'm like, why did they allow these people to do this to this town? Bring this clown show and this circus here.
So
it sucks.
it's twofold, Richie. It's twofold.
Yeah.
All right. So you have, since in my lifetime, the only other the biggest story, tragic story in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And I went to school with him, and he was in my grade. It was the Rod Matthews and Sean Ouellette. Okay. Since then, there hasn't been anything of this magnitude. So you have that, which has divided the town. You have people that say she did it. You have people that say they did it, or someone,
not like that.
she didn't do it. Okay.
Yeah.
And what happens is people have turned on each other, and they won't even talk about anything else because of that issue. They can't talk about other issues.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the reasons I decided, I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I want to do this, and I'm going to put my show on. And if anyone watches, they watch.
I hope so.
But it's open to anyone. It's open to any topic, anyone. I'm telling you right now, any topic, anyone. It doesn't have to be like it is.
No, you're putting the platform for the people to come and speak for Canton, and I commend you for it. I think it's great. I think it's a step in the absolute right direction. I'm glad somebody has stepped up to do it, and who else but Dixie, right?
So I will, and I said it before. I said it last show. No, I didn't say last show.
No, really.
No, but I said it on another show the other night. I said I apologized. I asked some. I was kind of watching the chat because I got my glasses on. I got my cheetahs on. I'm old.
These are my nighttime watching TV.
And so, and I'm gonna be right up front. And some of these people know this. I had a private conversation with somebody that we don't agree. We don't agree on things. And we had a 2-hour meeting at a Dunkin' Donuts. And I said, what can I do? I don't want to see some of the things that are happening to some of the people in town. This is just, it's gone too far. And we had a talk, and he said, stop doing the memes. That was one of the things. And I'm like, you know what? Good. Done. No more memes. I'm not going to do memes. I'm not going to attack it.
How long ago was that?
For the most part, that was back in November.
That's what I thought.
After there was something, yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah. I didn't. The thing is I don't want to. I guess sometimes you think things are funny, but then that I guess they hurt some people. And I for one am not one that wants to make fun of someone's looks, wants to make fun of someone's weight, wants to make fun of. I want to argue the merits. Yeah. Let's argue the merits of the things. If you want to have a conversation back and forth, I'll have a conversation. But we shouldn't be just kicking people down.
No.
And so there were some things the other night.
When it comes to real life things,
yeah,
like politics, religion, stuff like it's not no place for it. There's no place for it. You know what? I saw that. I saw how JD acted in front of McCarthy's, and I was there. I've never seen anybody call so many different names. Never looked in the mirror.
Because of the tension. The tension.
It was awful. It was awful.
What does it take for her to be that fed up and that protected? Remember, Canton has always been a fiercely loyal town. They're loyal to a fault, all of us. Anything happens to anyone in town, you're there. No
Yeah.
questions
Yeah.
asked. We're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Don't give me money. I was in Canton today, folks. All right. Once again, every time it snows, the minute that snowstorm is over, I'm up on Bolivar Street and I'm shoveling my neighbor's driveway. The neighbor that I don't live there anymore, but because just it's how it was. My whole time that I lived on Bolivar Street, I shoveled her driveway, and I promised her when I moved out, I said, so and so, hey, I'm not, and I was mowing her lawn. I don't mow the lawn anymore, but I do her driveway. I put her air conditioner in the spring. I take it out in the fall, and I turn her mattress around for her when she needs her mattress flipped, right?
That's
Or
Canton.
anything else.
That was Canton.
That's what you do, all right? I can see why JD did what she did.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I don't agree with. I'm
No,
on the other
and that-
side,
Yeah.
but I see why. I can understand.
You know what, John? I never took a moment to think of it like that. Never. And I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But you're right. I get it. And I know there's other issues there. So you know what I mean. I'm getting to learn more. That's why I don't react to that stuff. I don't react to a text message or a Twitter text. I could kill us. I think it's funny that people pay attention to the BS and they want to call you out on the truth. I just
Absolutely.
can't. I'm telling you, since DJT ran at 16, man, I'm a new guy. I'm a different person.
We all are. We all are. Whether you like them or whether you don't like them.
We're just guys. We're
It
just
is.
a bunch of guys. Where's that other guy, Gary? We're just a bunch of guys.
He'll be on soon. His time's coming. Yeah.
We don't. We don't.
Once
agree
again,
with
Richie,
political stuff, as you know.
Exactly. Me and him don't agree. Yeah.
I love
Nothing.
The guy.
If he called me and said, "Hey, can you come up tomorrow and X Y?" Yes, Gary, I'll be right there. And I do the same thing. And like I said on the last show, if Chris was to call, if he calls me, I'm not taking the call. But if he was to text me and say, "Hey, I'm standing out at the Pappas.
Yeah.
Would you stand out with me?" Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
You think so?
some chicken nuggets?
Hey,
my
I
chicken
didn't
nuggets. Hey, Michael Lochran's going to be so pissed because
chicken nuggets.
Michael Lochran's going to be so mad at me because my chicken nuggets just showed up.
Oh my god!
Not a sponsor of the show.
I just had a fresh baked homemade muffin from the breakfast place I go to.
Oh yeah,
So,
where's that?
Well, you want to give them a plug?
No.
I don't want people showing up.
Well, is it
I don't want
anywhere
people-
close? Is it anywhere close to Canton Fence, which is on 138 down in Stoughton?
Yeah, so it's about 10 minutes south of me from Canton Fence.
10 minutes south of Canton Fence on 138 for all your fencing needs, people. While we're at it, Richie, so people, we have a 50-second video we'd like to show you. Now, on StreamYard/YouTube, when we're live, there might be a little delay between the audio and the video, but we're still going to do it. We're still gonna show it because we got Richie on. So let's just come up and it's 50 seconds, people.
Canton Fence has proudly served New England, offering top-notch fence materials and unparalleled installations. Our dedicated team of fencing professionals understands the unique needs of each homeowner and business, guiding you through the selection process with expertise and care. Whether you seek an elegant design for your yard or sturdy materials for commercial use, our specialists are ready to help bring your vision to life. We believe that every project deserves quality craftsmanship, which is why we source only the finest materials for fences, decks, and custom woodworking. Our commitment to excellence ensures that your outdoor projects stand the test of time. Visit us Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at 1219 Washington St. Stoughton, MA, or call us at 781-344-7366 to discuss your fencing needs.
High rise jeans.
Yeah, told you it's going to be delayed. I told you all ahead of time.
It's all
Told
good.
you ahead of time. It'll
Well, I
close
just
off in a
want to.
minute.
I do have to make a statement about all that. So as of 2 years ago, I went completely wholesale. So I'm not installing anymore, even though I was considered, you know, a pretty decent company to deal with when it came to that. Um, I've had my faults, but for the most part, the percentage outweighs everything. The risk was definitely worth the reward, but I can't install. I couldn't do it anymore. COVID came. This is kind of what decided. My age is up there. I'm retiring, hopefully soon. I have a date that I picked.
What are you, 73?
A little younger. A little younger. Give me one of those tricks inside. So, so I just decided just to sell wholesale. So I sell wholesale fence products, any type, anything you need, with all free consultation from me or whoever's in my shop. I run basically 4 or 5 man crew at my address on 138 in Stoughton. So it's been a little tough for a lot of people because I've had customers call crying. Why? You going? I said I can't do it no more. I just been doing it since I was 8 years old.
Well, you don't want to dig some holes? You can't dig holes.
I don't. You know what? The thing is, nobody wants to dig any holes anymore. You know what?
The world needs ditch diggers too, you know.
You're right, John. We're ditch diggers, buddy.
I'm a ditch digger.
Yeah, we're ditch diggers.
Huh?
I mean, I remember I dug a 150-foot trench, 18 inches deep one day, by myself with a shovel.
The the company I work for right now, we're 500 feet deep. So,
Oh
yeah. Biggest hole in Boston right now.
Really? Is that?
Yeah.
What is the biggest hole ever dug in Boston? Do you think?
Probably ours right there, 500 feet. We're at 500 feet.
My son did
Yeah.
the project.
Or the Quincy quarries. I don't know what the Quincy quarries were.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna count that.
So
My son did a
Richie. So
project on Boylston Street, and I was there when they're doing all the slurry work and all that. Avalon Builders and Apartments.
yeah.
Anyways, let's move on.
Listen, we had you on for a reason.
Okay.
All right. All right. We're not just digging holes and putting up chain link fence and doing fencing around Boston Garden. That was you. You put some fencing around Boston Garden. Why don't you tell us you had a dinner recently?
Uh-oh.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I was very fortunate to donate. I'm fortunate to be able to donate to Canton's fund because there's people out there that love her and can't donate 5 cents. There are still supporters like that, and I'm fortunate that I was able to donate, and I hit the raffle with Rocco, which is an amazing dude. I don't care what. Any thoughts?
How many entries? How many entries did you try?
Everybody wants to say about like 1,000, but I only put 999.
900 entries?
No.
No. How many entries did you do? How many scratch tickets did you pull?
250. 5. I bought 5.
Okay.
I bought
So you
5.
won.
Oh, you know what? And I was able to pick somebody I thought was well worth taking with me. And well, not with me, but well worth. She deserved it. Anyways,
Yeah.
it was great. I sat next to Karen. It just happened. I just sat down and was next to her. I gave her a little baggie. She opened it. She was just. I said, put it away. Look at it later. It's a T-shirt and some other little artifacts in a box.
Did you tell her you know me? No, I'm kidding.
No, I did tell her.
I don't. No.
Yeah, yes, I did. She has nothing
I
but
know.
admiration for everybody, John.
I'm
I
shit
touched
with you.
on
I'm
the
shit with you.
subjects with the boots on the ground. I be honest with you, she's an absolute doll, and the strength that she has just vibrates off her. I feel it, and I think she's amazing, a very amazing person. I wish I had a one-on-one, a little smaller group, and I understood it. I couldn't take all the time up, even though I was sitting next to her. It was kind of, I felt like I had to keep talking to her. But Alan Jackson, and I was is an amazing guy.
Did you ask him what the deal with the beard is?
I didn't want to touch that.
But you thought it. Did you think it?
I did. I was thinking of animals, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking like possum grabbing.
How many times? How many thoughts did Richie? How many thoughts did you have that you couldn't ask? There must have been at least like 10 or 12 things that went through your brain that you're like, don't do it, don't ask, don't say it. Come on, Richie.
You know what, John? I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna mix it in though. The answer's gonna be mixed because yes, but it was more the way I asked the question, not the question I'm asking. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I was very cautious. I think I was. She didn't get up and say, "Up your deck and leave." You know what I mean?
Right.
It was a great night.
So you made the whole night.
I couldn't even eat. I got a fillet, even though it was the worst fillet. I got to tell you, Smith and Whiskies, if you're listening to me, I wouldn't even give it to my dog.
Wow.
I ordered it medium rare or something. And
I had a steak a couple weeks ago. I was up in Lake Placid, and one of the guys stayed at the Crown Plaza. Didn't want to stay with us at the house. I know why. I don't want to say why. It was me. But anyways, he brought his girlfriend with him, and so they stayed at the Crown Plaza. So we visited him.
That Crown Plaza, staying alone somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. So we went out to dinner on Saturday night. We went up to the Crown Plaza, and I'll tell you, that's the first steak I love steak. I'm a steak and mashed potatoes guy.
Oh, bring it on, brother. Bring it on. We're same cloth.
They put that blue cheese, creamy stuff, whatever, all over it. The steak was the size of my plate. They brought me extra red. They brought me extra red onion. Excuse me. Oh my God, that Pricks and Cider comes right back up.
It's right here.
They brought me extra red onions. They put that
easy though.
Oh my God, it goes down easy. That Pricks and Cider goes in easy, comes out hard. But yeah, no, I had a great steak. That's the first steak I've had in years.
You was behind me?
Oh,
JFK.
Not Four Seasons. Sorry, not Four Seasons. It was the what are those hotels? The no, it'll come to me. Not Four Seasons. It's one of those Marriott's.
You had a steak there and it was good. I mean, you didn't go to a steak house.
Oh.
Yeah, you had a steak there.
Yeah.
There used to be a. If you're talking about Park Square in that area in Boston, is that what you're talking about?
Oh, the Crown Plaza. It was the Crown Plaza. That's where we were.
Crown Plaza. Okay.
Yeah, Crown Plaza in Lake Placid. Oh, it was
Lake
great.
Placid. Oh, it was up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I stay in the one in New York all the time.
Yeah. We used to stay at the one in Montreal. It's no longer. I used to always stay at the Crown Plaza Montreal, but
now
that's
like
no
fun.
longer.
Huh?
Yeah.
You won again? 3 years in a row? Is that the case?
3 years in a row. Look at those meaty fingers, huh?
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. So the dinner went well. They're such meaty fingers. They wrap around a Pricks and Cider
nicely. Wow.
So actually, while we're speaking of Pricks and Cider, along the same lines. Now, for the 12 people that are watching us, so I actually have the story.
They're watching somebody else.
Yeah. Hey, they're watching. Hey, I'm telling you, like I said, if these people are watching us, they'll watch anything. But I have the backstory. I have the story of how Pricks and Cider came to be. And this Pricks and Cider has been around well before Sam Adams. So it's going to be up on our YouTube channel and on Facebook. And so I'm going to play it for you right now. And yes, it's not going to line up now, but it will line up on YouTube when we watch it. But here's a quick little story of how Prixon cider came to be. Excuse me, once again, I'll tell you.
1820, young Crispin Prixon inherited a thriving apple orchard from his father, Licton Prixon, right along what is now Randolph Street and York Street in Canton, Massachusetts. By day, Crispin toiled at the roaring furnaces of Kinsley Iron Works, where Canton's famed iron was forged for the nation's railroads and cannons. But by night, his thoughts drifted to his family's orchard, where the apples hung heavy on the boughs, waiting for their purpose. Crispin and his ever-resourceful wife, Puda Prixon, were not ones to waste. Apple peels went to the pigs, but the pigs turned up their snouts. Clearly, they had no A-peel for scraps. So, in a moment of Yankee ingenuity, Crispin started feeding them mashed apples instead. That's when something unexpected happened. The pigs got drunk. Seeing his swaying swine snorting in delight, Crispin had a revelation. If it gets the pigs tipsy, imagine what it'll do for people. Thus, Prixon cider was born, Canton's first hard beverage, long before Sam Adams had a brewery in Boston. With a mischievous grin and a marketing mind ahead of his time, Crispin made sure Prixon cider's slogan was as juicy as its product, the hardest thing to come out of Canton. After a hot day of work, the first thing you need is a Prixon cider. Before long,
I don't know what happened. Well,
I wish I was alive with that guy. I wish I was alive. Yeah.
So let me tell you something. It's not. Yeah. I will say I'm watching the chats, because I got my cheaters on. Barry, it's not AI. Barry, it wasn't AI. It's Crispin Prixon, his wife Puda Prixon, and now it's run by their great granddaughter Ima. Yeah. So, it is what it is.
Very interesting, I tell you. That's way back there. Yeah.
It does. I mean, he was at the Kinsley Iron Works, and then the apple orchards. Which I'll tell you, any of you 188 watching, go ahead, do the research. There were apple orchards up off of Randolph Street and York Street. All right, he worked at the Kinsley Iron Works.
The remnants of those, they put apartments or something in their houses in there.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It's all. Hey, the facts are there. All right, so Prixon cider.
I think it's awesome.
You can't just have one.
That at the Historical Society.
Now this explains one other phenomenon.
You could.
Why
you can't just have one.
Now
you can't just have one.
No, you have to have at least three.
All right.
So.
Go ahead, Richie.
This is
work your way out of that one.
I was always wondering why the hell Paul Revere would leave Canton to run to Boston. He got shit faced on Prixon cider. He says, "Fuck, I'm over to Boston."
Yeah.
Explains it.
Did you know that? So after the Revolutionary War, when Paul Revere moved to Canton, had his shop, and he was a lawyer back then. Of course, this is the one thing that I paid attention to my brother on. He had a lawsuit against where the res is now was all farm, was pasture. Yeah. And there was a river that went through, and I'm butchering it. My brother's going to be like, dude, you got it all wrong. But he sued these other people in town for the water rights that was going by his factory, which is now the Revere condo, the Revere copper shop, all those condos. Yeah. Yeah. And he lost. It was one of these, he lost the lawsuit. So we ended up buying all the farmland, pastures, and that's what the res is now.
They flooded it.
Yeah. Yeah, he flooded it. And so because he lost his lawsuit, he went out and bought all the land. I mean, hey, I'll tell you, like I said, we're in a capitalistic world.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? You going to sit around and just wait for somebody? Can I have some? Can I have some?
So, Richie, I got to ask you: did you take pictures?
You know what? I wasn't smart enough to charge my phone that day. That is it.
Oh, Richie!
Yep. And I left. You know what? You listen. I couldn't even eat. You don't want me to take pictures? There's a bunch of pictures out there. I'm telling you. There's plenty of people took pictures. Allison took a bunch. I think they've been posted with Kurt. There's a bunch of pictures. I asked for pictures, but I haven't got any. Because
Right.
I think I have a few with Alan and Rocco and all those people. You know, Will was there. Will was on the other side of Karen. Will was very.
Will,
really
Will, the glare there. Yeah,
Blair, yeah.
How many
nice
people
stuff.
were there? How many people were there? Like 10?
20.
20. Ooh,
Yeah. 20.
jeez, I would never get a word in edgewise. Yeah, I would.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I
right.
was. Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, they
Well,
would
that's
thank
what I
me
was
for
doing. I
my
was getting
15
words
minutes
in.
and.
And like I was trying to say earlier, that I asked her all kinds of nice, questions, and I was more concerned of why he ended up there, why she went there with him. She dropped him off at 34 Video. That's all I really cared about, and I cared about her. I, gave her my condolences for her loss, and you got to be real about it. And you know what? A lot of questions didn't get fully answered by her, which I'm very, other people got to talk to her. At one point, I was leaving, and I was on my way out, and she's talking to Sean. I said, "I'm sorry, excuse me a second. I just want to say bye to Karen." I said, "Karen, I just want to say bye. And it was unbelievable meeting you, and I will, anything I can do to help, anything in there." And that was like the end of the night. At the end of the night, so
Yeah.
it was a good time. It was really nice, and there's other people that are going to the next dinner that I know. I'm not going to. It's not my place to say.
Well, we got a question for you, Richie.
Yeah.
After having dinner with Karen and Jackson, do you get the sense from them that justice will be served?
Okay, so two.
That's a question from AJ Cattons 88.
AJ Atkins.
I can't believe I can read
Two-part
these
question.
things.
So the first part,
And these are only one. And hey, by the way, these are only 1.25s, people. These are like literally CVS cheetahs. But go ahead.
Okay, so it's two
Not
part
that
question. So what the sense of justice being served? I think it's a 50-50 with them as much as it is with everybody else. If justice gets served for John, okay. As far as Karen getting freed, I couldn't feel nothing but confidence in that in the room. Okay. With the McAlberts, you know what? Like they said, they don't know who they know who went in the house, and they know John went in the house, but they can't say who did it. They don't know who did it, and that's the until you nail down who did it.
Let's go right there.
you gotta
Let's
talk
ask
to-
this question. Let's ask this question. Eric,
Yes.
do you think we will ever know truly who did it, whether it was Karen or someone else?
Well, I think we know that Karen didn't do it, and the DOJ, the feds have provided that information.
Yeah.
The answer we don't have is who's really responsible for it, and that's the
Richie,
I don't
do
know
you
that
think?
anybody's gonna have an answer.
Richie, do you think we'll ever find out, one way or the other, who did it?
Yeah.
That's not a Pricks and Cider, by the way. That's in a bottle. Pricks and Cider now comes in the can.
It's my dog water. I drink his dog water.
Okay. That's not one of our sponsors. Please don't hold that up.
Oh, shit. I didn't think.
We might need a word from our sponsor.
I'll pay for their sponsorship for that 2-second delay there. You gotta learn
No,
to play.
do you
you're
think we
eating-
will-
You're saying that to me? Why you eating chicken McNuggets and French fries from? We know.
No, I'm eating French fries now. I'm out to the French fries.
What the hell?
The only
those are
reason I'm
Joe's-
eating these French fries, is because I knew they were starting to go cold, and I'm a product of the '70s. I don't want them to go to waste. I really didn't want them, but I knew if they went cold, you're gonna throw them away, and there was a waste. So that's the only reason I'm eating these
I'm a
things.
product of not throwing shit away.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I need help.
Yes, Barry, this is a Pricks and Pricks production.
Oh my
You say that 5 times fast.
I think I think somebody's gonna break from. I honestly think something's gonna break on with that whole that family's broke. See, what they don't realize. I have my thoughts about who's gonna live where and who's gonna go with who. We talked about this, right? So, I don't. You're never gonna see the Alberts as the Alberts were in their shining days. I'll call it their better days. Okay. Nobody's going to see them like that ever again. Number one. Number two, the family is gonzo.
Hold on, Richie.
You think Kevin's
Eric, you okay? Hold on, Richie. Richie, hold on. We got to see if we need to call a defibrillator in. Rich, Eric, you okay? What happened to
I need his address. I'm going to send him one of those things. You okay?
Sorry about that.
You drinking water or eating something?
No, I was drinking and went down the wrong pipe.
Okay. That's okay. If you eat something, I'll be worried. Okay.
John, you're frozen.
Arms up. Arms up. John's giving us a finger.
Gangsta.
Gangsta style. I loved it, Richie. Brought that seat in. Thank you, Boot. Thank you, BB.
Oh boy, where'd he go?
I'll be back.
I don't have the button that can give us a word from our sponsor.
That's all good. So no McAlberts at that party?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. Were there any McCabe's or Alberts? No. I think there were people from
That both sides.
that had, some people that think that Karen's
Both
guilty,
opinions.
and plenty of people that think that she's innocent.
So
But
basically,
it was everybody had a
I'm
great
glad.
time.
That's what I'm
That's
looking
the best
for.
part.
That's what I'm looking. That's exactly what I'm looking for, dude.
It made my. I was a little apprehensive about attending, and I didn't want to certainly. I didn't want to be the guy they were all talking about, and I know Jimmy White was there with me, and his wife. My wife was supposed to go, but she's been sick for the last couple of days, so she didn't want to go. Obviously, while being sick, but we were very happy just to see a lot of people we haven't seen in a while. Some that we've seen recently, but everybody really, really had a great time. There was a lot of dancing. It was the outfits themselves were amazing. Yeah, Tommy was wearing a great. Tommy Theodore was wearing a great outfit. The best part of his outfit were his shoes. He was wearing those, disco high-heeled shoes. It was awesome.
My God,
it was awesome.
That must have been funny looking on him.
It was great. He was in full costume. It was beautiful. He really did a good job.
Hosted it? Did he host?
I believe he was the one hosting it. I'm not. When I asked my brother, I said, who's putting the event on? He mentioned Tommy Theodore. I don't know if others were with him or not. I assume they might be, but whoever was involved did a great job.
Yeah, I used to work out with his brother. Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy the dentist. Him and I used to work out at Gold's Gym in Stoughton years ago. Many years ago.
I will tell you though, it was funny because we were standing, it was always standing somewhere near the bar at some point, and I'd just be overhearing people, "Hey, do you get any Pricks and cider?" And it was just, everybody was having a good laugh.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad there was a mixture of people there, and they had a good time. Where you been? Where you been, John?
So, believe it or not,
you dropped your French phone.
It's February, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Our power went out, and there was an enormous thunder and lightning right outside the house.
No way.
The power went out. Well, first off, the stream went down. Power went out. All the lights in the house went down, and then the most enormous boom went on outside, and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? Is that thunder? Like, And I'm like, oh, and, get back on.
Must be a big dark cloud over John's house right now.
Something's going on there. I wonder if he's I wonder if
It
his
must
power's
be.
out. He's working on just the internet.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, what do you call it?
Little
Wow.
transformer exploded, says Uncle Fredo.
I can't see who's. All I see is Boozy Beauty.
Well, you know, it's only episode 2. We were bound to have a couple of glitches.
Yeah, but this doesn't sound like it. Well, I know he's not making it up, obviously, but it's just like that's who called that one?
Yeah.
Jelly. Look at that. I just disappeared. I didn't do that. Did you do that? He did that.
I think that might have been John. He's having a tough time getting himself situated.
Yeah. I got a TV over there that I got it on.
Uh-oh. Now he's gone.
Wow. Oh my God.
So that's disappointing, though, that your steak or your fillet wasn't done properly at such a place like that.
What's that?
Your fillet. It's disappointing when you have an event like that and they don't give you the good fillet.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just I wasn't after like I took a bite of it and I actually dissected it. That's what I did.
Hopefully, the dessert was good.
I didn't even have to. I didn't. I ate this thing. It looked like.
Oh, now I'm all by myself. What happened?
I had. I don't even know how I was eating. It's a couple of things. I had one drink. I wasn't, and I'm by myself. How you doing, everybody? Are we still live? Yes, we are.